My name is Melanie, and I am a physical therapy assistant. I've worked here for 33 years, and I work in the wound care area currently.
My name is Laura Guntz, and I'm a physical therapist. I have worked here 14 years.
When the patient came in, she and her husband, he had a very concerned look on his face. And she was talking, but the talking was not clear. She had difficulty more than usual transferring to the chair. We have to pay attention to everything that goes on. And I think oftentimes we don't realize that we're doing that because it's so automatic. But you do. You pay attention to every little thing. I went to get the primary PT, who's Laura, and she was very ready and available to come, even though she was busy, but to check on her.
She came and grabbed me and kind of filled me in on what was going on, so I popped in the room and I could tell that she was not at her baseline. And the husband was concerned as well. If the patient has mental changes, decreased mental status, confusion, decreased balance, where they're normally not a fall risk, but they're presenting as a fall risk, those are all pretty significant findings that we don't want to just send them home and hope that medication's going to fix that. In this case, I reached out to the infectious disease provider who's pretty involved and, kind of already knew that she was going to need to go to the emergency room, but I feel like having that provider input as well kind of really solidifies the plan. And that was immediately what she said, get her down to the emergency room. When the patient got to the emergency room, she was having a heart attack. And so she was in the right place to get all of the care she needed in that moment to save her. This particular situation, I think, just is a great example of how our team functions so well together. It's not just, the onus isn't just on one person. Melanie, grabbed me, I reached out to ID, we got the ball rolling, and ultimately, being right down the hall from the emergency room, we got her there, in time to have a really good outcome.